our comments have exploded
through the roof.
So there you go.
All right. Well, we have got a really fun show today.
It's going to be great.
Yeah,
Love
it really is. So we've got Cody Tyler here in the studio with us. Cody Tyler is a local regional musician on the rise up, and somebody that I've gotten to know personally. And when I found out he's got bandmates now that have a connection to Lancaster, I'm like, dude, you got to get on the show.
Got to be on Lancaster Connects.
So we've got Cody here in the studio. It is 2:00 on Monday in Lancaster, which means it is time for Lancaster Connects Live. And so we're going to jump in. My mattress tip for you this week, because I want to have as much time with Cody as possible. But we always start out with a mattress tip. And this one's about my money or your money. And one thing that we offer as a local independent business is no interest customer financing. And a lot of people kind of think of us as maybe not offering that. That's something you might only get at the big guys.
The big store.
Or the big department stores or the buying clubs. And that's just not the case. We have as competitive financing offers as they do. And we even have something that we like to call sign, sleep, and dream. So it's no interest, no money down, just your approved credit, and you get to take your wonderful new mattress home. And I like to say, you know, your money is expensive in that you're going to pay your credit card bill in 30 days. You might have been saving up for this purchase, which is fine. But our money with that 0% interest is more affordable because you get to spread out that investment over a number of months. I, of course, want you to use credit responsibly. So our team will always work with you to say, hey, here's what you invested and here's the term. And let's just, for round numbers, say it's a 24-month term and you had a $2,400 purchase. We're actually going to tell you, you know, auto pay that at $110 a month, because the worst thing that could happen at the end of 24 months or 25 months rather is the bank call you and say, we owe you money, instead of the other way. Hey, you owe us for this balance back 24 months ago plus interest, right? That's a bad thing.
Yeah, pay it off early.
Pay it off early or auto pay it just a smidgen more. But that's my tip, right? We have those options for you. We have that ability for you, and we're able to let you know that we have those options so your mattress can get home easy and in a much more affordable way. So that's my tip for you this week.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's compelling as I sit here with my aching back wondering if I should get a new mattress or not.
Well, we're open until 7, Cody.
I brought my wife down today, too. She's
That's
shopping around the
perfect.
mall, and I don't know. I might tell her to come in, and we should test some stuff out.
There's nothing like an afternoon nap at the mattress store.
Thus, the whole scheme of Lancaster Connects continues.
All right. So, Cody, we gave you a responsibility that you're going to hopefully excel at. I mean, we'll find out here. Chris, our producer at Cast Ahead Productions, is going to bring up the wheel of discounts and promotions for Lancaster Connects listeners and watchers. Cody, I think you know what to do when you see that wheel.
Okay. I'm a big vinyl guy, so I'm going to say drop that needle and let it spin.
Yes.
Love it.
I'm a huge vinyl fan.
Just came to me in the moment.
That's perfect.
And that's a lyric of yours, too.
Yeah.
Something about dropping the needle.
That's track 9 right there.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, it is, yeah. Drop that needle.
So that needle landed on $25 donation in your name. So this is any customer that comes in, makes a purchase at Gardner's Mattress and More this week and says that they saw this needle drop on Lancaster Connects, will make a $25 donation in your name to Off the Streets, which is a fantastic local nonprofit that helps Lancaster County families get out of homelessness and into furnished homes.
Into secure housing. Yep.
I love that. Drop that needle. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So, welcome, man. Really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. We've gotten to know each other over the last 6 years or so, and it's been a joy. It's been cool to see you grow in your music journey. So, for those that haven't heard of you or don't know you, describe your sound for us.
Yeah, so my sound is a mixture of my influences growing up. I started with classic rock and the blues. My parents always had Eric Clapton or Stevie Ray Vaughan or Led Zeppelin, the Allman Brothers on in the house. And then I sort of discovered country music kind of on my own, you know, watching CMT in my grandma's back room in the wintertime or the summers. And Then I found old country music digging through my mom's old records, and I found my grandfather's stuff. So I found Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson. So my sound sort of combines some of the newer influences that I have, like a Chris Stapleton or a Cody Jinks type, but it's sort of that neo-country sound, you know? So it's modern country with old-time influences. So it's a mix of that and the old stuff that I've listened to myself with a little bit of that rock and roll flair also. So we combine all those together, and we call it black dirt country music because some of the country that I listen to now, like the modern stuff from the Texas and Oklahoma scenes, they call it red dirt, but we don't have red dirt up here. And especially in Lancaster County, we have very fertile dirt, some of the most fertile dirt in the world. So,
But fertile dirt country doesn't.
no.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Yeah, like people are chanting. It's like black dirt country, right?
Yeah.
Fertile dirt. It just
Yeah, no, it's too many syllables.
sounds like, something your toddler says to you at one point.
Sure, yeah.
But black dirt country, like it. I like it a lot.
Well, Cody, you have a really rich baritone bass voice. When did you discover that voice, and when did you figure out that you could sing?
Yeah, so I never thought I was that great of a singer when I was younger. I always just thought of myself as a guitar player. So I started playing guitar when I was 10. And about the time I started driving was when I started to find like, ooh, this feels good, and it kind of sounds good too. So I was about 15 or 16, maybe 17. When I started driving on my own, I had a girlfriend in high school that lived around Bowmansville, and I was from Shillington. So it was a 15-minute drive on some back roads, and her family listened to country music a lot. So I just started putting on the radio because I was getting tired of rock radio. Rock radio's like gotten really different lately, and it got away from the stuff that I grew up with. And I would put country radio on, and there were a lot of songs on there that I liked. And I would just sing with the radio, and I would turn the radio up as loud as it could go, and I would try to project my voice as loud as it could go. And over time, it got stronger. I discovered that my voice is like a muscle, and those 15-minute drives basically became like a vocal workout.
That's cool.
And my voice just got better and better over time. It's like they say, no one is born a singer. It's just a matter of flexing that muscle and working it out, and giving it time to rest too is important.
And then when did you figure out like, hey, I could maybe do this as a career?
So when I was in my senior year at Millersville, I met my wife. She was going to Kutztown, but we had gone to the same high school. So we actually matched on Tinder. It must have been a weekend that we were both at home at the same time. We were within that mileage radius or something.
Now, for the people over 45, what is Tinder? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It was back when Tinder wasn't just for like hookups. It was also for people looking for relationships. So it wasn't like that. Never was. But we got together around November 2016. And by December, she had convinced me to try to play in front of people.
Oh, wow.
And in December of 2016, somebody couldn't make a show at a little tavern in Reading. It was Mike's Tavern. I don't know if you're familiar. It's near the Reading Phillies ballpark.
Yep.
And there was somebody that was supposed to play there that couldn't make it. And someone had texted me and said, do you want to hop in? And I was like, sure. So I just rolled in with...
First time ever playing.
Yeah, in front of people. I mean, I had played in front of people in talent shows in middle school, but other than that, really not at all. And I just rolled in and we did the thing. So, and from there on, I mean, I went from playing like 15 shows a year to now this is my third year in a row. I'm doing over 100 combined solo and band shows.
Yeah, and you're in the midst of a stint right now.
Yeah.
You got, what was it, 9 shows in 8 days?
Yeah, 9 shows in 8 days. Yeah. This is the off day.
Yeah. And you're here with us.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So you're welcome, Lancaster.
I hate just sitting in my house and rotting. I'm not that kind of person. So this is a good way to spend a day off. Yeah. This is a fun thing for me.
Well, feels like it might be time to crack that first song out.
Sure. Yeah.
How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Get out that. And did I see you got the Martin guitar hat on?
Yes.
And you're playing a Martin guitar. Maybe you can tell us, because I think you've got a little affinity there or connection there with Martin.
Yeah. So Martin and I got connected at Music Fest. I think that was 3 years ago now. I was playing on a stage. It was the Martin and Yingling stage, and I was like, I got to play this stage because they're Pennsylvania-based brands.
Yep.
I'm proud of that sort of thing. So I'm playing on this stage, and Martin actually had like a booth set up inside. They had guitars on display, and they had some guys there that were representatives for the company. One of them was actually the artist relations coordinator. They each bought vinyl copy of that record, and they said, hey, you know, let's get together. We want to work with you and set you up with like an artist discount on a
nice.
guitar. So this is what I ended up picking out. They gave me a tour of the factory, and they let me hold Hank Williams Sr.'s guitar that they have on display in their museum.
Nice.
And yeah, that guitar, I looked it up. It went at auction for 6 figures, and I was like, this thing's more expensive than my house. I don't want to hold it for very long. So I handed it back to him. But yeah, so then they built this one for me in Nazareth. This is a Martin 00015. It's similar to the one played, if anyone's familiar with Coulter Wall, he plays a 00015. He's the only like famous country singer I know that plays one like this, but his is from the 30s. This one's a 2024, I think. It's got a little ding there that I got in Florida, but it's starting. I like the mahogany because it reminds me of like grandma's kitchen table or something, but it's starting to get some character. Craftsmanship of Martin is just, I love it. And they've been doing it for a long time, and they've got tried and true methods. And yeah, Willie Nelson's guitar Trigger is a Martin guitar. Like some of the most iconic players. I mean, Hank Williams, Bob Dylan, Chris Stapleton, Sturgill Simpson, they all played Martins at some point in their lives.
What are you going to play for us?
So this is the first track off my last album, Tuscarora. This song's called Down the Creek. So I wrote it about the weekend before hunting season begins in Pennsylvania. Got a Zippo lighter in my old red shirt, and a one-head pipe blacker than the dirt. It's good to feel my boots on this cabin floor and hear the screech of an old screen door. Think I'll head to the water and clear my head. If heaven ain't here, don't let me wind up dead. Billy's waiting down there with a coffee cup. Sit down on the bank as the woods light up. Well, down the creek, there's 2 old buddies laughing. Down the creek, there's old friends are reminiscing. Like a tree, we all need a little root rain and sun. Don't you bother me till my healing's done. Billy's behind on his child support. Says I'll pay him up before they hunt him off to court. And me, I got nothing on my list. Don't think it's gonna get no better than this. 'Cause down the creek, there's 2 old buddies laughing. Down the creek, just old friends are reminiscing. Like a tree, we all need a little root rain and sun. Don't you bother me till my healing's done. Well, just real faint out of my right ear, you wanna leave, it's a herd of deer. Ain't nickel till tomorrow when the hunt's begun. We'll have meat in the freezer for the weekend comes. Down the creek, there's 2 old buddies laughing. Down the creek, just old friends are reminiscing. Like a tree, we all need a little root rain and sun. Don't you bother me till my healing's done.
Yeah.
Love it. I think I just became a country fan.
Oh,
We need-
thank you.
One of these buttons, I think, is the applause button on here. I should have figured that out before. I'm sorry, Cody.
Yeah, you don't want the sad trombone after that.
Yeah.
Anything. Silence is better than a sad trombone.
Man,
for sure.
I mean, I'm ready for hunting season. Like, I'm ready to go. My hunting
too.
license came the other week. Like, I'm ready. I am ready.
Yeah, I just got mine, I think, last week. I was a little late to the game, but I got my tag, so
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yep, ready to go.
So that was an original.
Yes.
When did you, so you talked about when you found your voice, age 15, 16, just belting it out in the car. When did you figure out that you could actually write a song?
Man, the first time I remember coming up with a song was a title, actually. And when you come up with a title and you don't have anything else, we call that like a working title. So I had Playing with Firewater in my head because I thought, oh, okay, playing with fire,
That's a great trick.
fire, water. So I wrote it on a Post-it in my dorm room at Millersville.
Okay.
Like, I want to say my freshman year, and I stuck it in a drawer, and it stayed there for probably 4 years until I pulled it out and wrote that song.
And you knew it was a song title.
yeah,
You just didn't have the song yet.
yeah,
Didn't have a melody, didn't have lyrics.
yeah. And it didn't come out until I was sitting at the base of a tree at Blue Marsh deer hunting, and it started coming to me. It was just one of those things that just filed back in my mind.
Yep.
Just kept it back there, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, okay. And I was at the base of this tree just hunting from the ground, and Notes app wrote it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And where do most of your songs come from? Like personal experiences or stories you've heard or?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. The way I describe it is like songwriters, they have like this antenna to the ether of just like words floating around or ideas. And it's just a matter of getting your mind right to where you're just on the right frequency that you can just pick up on like, okay, yeah, okay.
Right.
Some songwriters will say when you're writing, it's not you coming through that pen. It's something you're tuned into.
Interesting.
Yeah. It sounds a little wee-woo psychedelic, but it's
almost like you can't like just sit down and like, I'm going to write a song right now. You just,
Yeah.
you got to be
some guys are like that, but not me.
okay. Yeah.
Some are like that. I'd say a minority of songwriters are like that, but others, you need the inspiration.
Isn't that some of the issue in modern music today is that it is way too formulaic,
Yeah.
production line.
I saw an interview that somebody did with Hank Williams Jr., and he's like, what are you talking about? Nashville, I'm going to go downtown to some room at 2 o'clock in the afternoon with 5 other people and get together and write a song. He's like, I need to be out in nature. Like Hank's like, I need to be hunting or hiking or something, and it's going to come to me. And I'm the same way. I'll go for a walk in the Shillington Park, and something will hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I've done co-writes, and that's fine, and they're fun and all, but like I feel like I write best when it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got this album, which I've told you my little story about this album. I bought this CD. I got this from you. I forget why. This fully autographed album. And I ended up giving it to Ben because he's a vinyl guy. But the CD copy got stuck in a CD player that I pulled out of one truck.
Oh, yeah.
And my truck. And I forgot the CD was in there before I disconnected it. So it's stuck in there for a little bit. Now it's back in the other truck. You have Tuscarora.
Mm-hmm.
And you're working on a new album
Yes.
right now. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we are working on a new record. So right now we have a crowdfund up for it. We are going to be working with a producer for the first time.
Awesome.
Because that first album, the band and I that recorded it, we kind of self-produced ourselves, and we took some tips from our engineer that was working with us. And Tuscarora was self-produced. It was just me and the engineer at the studio. But this time we want somebody with a little bit of an artistic vision to help us really fine-tune these songs, because the band that I've got is so hot and on fire right now.
That's awesome.
That we want to make sure that we put our best foot forward. So we're doing a crowdfund to help pay the production costs, the studio costs, and so I can pay them because I'm going to pay them a session musician rate. So we have a website, actually. It's CodyTylerMusic.com/new album. We have stuff up there for sale. That drum head, I am sick of hauling around to shows. We have that at every show, every weekend.
Does that say one left? It does.
Yeah, there's only one of them, and it's signed by all 5 members of the band. It's not signed in the picture, but
Yeah.
All 5 of us, including our pedal steel player Jake, we've all signed it. We've got it available. It was played on stage with this new lineup while the new lineup was still going by Gypsy Convoy.
Yep.
We've since dropped that part. It's just Cody Tyler. It's easier for people to look up when they're in a bar at night. What's your band called again? And it's much easier to tell them Cody Tyler. So, but yeah, we've got exclusive stuff on there, the t-shirt, the bandana, the hat. We've got bundles, and each purchase, no matter if you buy, the cheapest thing, which I think is the sticker, or if you buy the most expensive thing, which is like a house show or a drum head or whatever, you get a free download of one of the songs that we're going to be recording. So we actually worked at the Upside in Lancaster, and we made a demo of a song called Higher Ground. So any purchase from that crowdfund, you get a free download right away. And some of the higher priced items like the drum head and the house shows, if you go ahead and purchase one of those things, you're going to get your name in the thank you credits in the album when it's done.
Oh, that's cool.
So the producer that we're going to be working with was just up this weekend playing with us at Ramble in the Woods in Birdsboro, and he and I were talking dates. So we're looking at late fall, early winter right now to get in the studio and get this thing done. But we're going to close the crowdfund actually at the end of this month. I think we're going to do it on my birthday on the 30th. And once we do that, anybody who's ordered the sticker, the bandana, the shirt, and the hat, we're going to get those in production and get those out as soon as possible. And anybody that's pre-ordered the CD or the vinyl through the crowdfund, they're going to get it in their mailbox before it's available digitally throughout the world. So we want to make sure that, this isn't just a GoFundMe where we're holding our hand out asking for money. We're actually giving people something for their contribution and their belief in us to make a cool record.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I've been aware of that. I thought that's pretty cool the way you're doing that.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's really neat. Really neat.
Because some people are off put by the whole GoFundMe thing and stuff, and we wanted to try to come at it with, as humble an ask as possible.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. The producer coming to play with you when you said that, like, that's a neat wrinkle.
Yeah.
Like, to me, when you said we're getting a producer, a pro to really make these songs something, and then you said he played with us, that's got to be a different dynamic.
Yeah.
And going to be really additive to the album, right?
He and his band slept at my house too. He came up from Nashville, but he was on tour. So he's originally from Alabama. His name's Ben Jarrell. So he and his guitarist are going to be coming up here and co-producing. They wanted us to come down there, but our bass player's got a day job. Pedal steel player's got a day job. It's actually easier if they come here and they just stay at my place. But yeah, his name's Ben Jarrell, and he's the front man and bassist for Ben Jarrell and the Night Sights. So it's kind of like Thin Lizzy, where he's playing bass and singing lead.
Oh, neat. Oh,
and then he's got a guitar player and a drummer. So he's doing like a power trio thing. It's a really cool dynamic. They're a really cool band. But they were on the lineup this weekend, and I was like, this is a perfect opportunity. Let's talk business. Let's get a date set for the record. So,
and what's going to go on the album? All new songs?
Yeah, it's going to be all new songs. I don't think we're going to have any repeats. Awesome. Ben is a great songwriter too. We might do something that he wrote. He's a songwriter, so he's going to pitch us a couple, but he says we're not obligated, obviously, but I've been a fan of Ben for probably close to 10 years now, and to get to work with him, and he's been a fan of mine too, which is hard to believe, just awesome. Because I love his music, and I'm honored to call him a friend. So, but it'll be cool. It'll be all new songs.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what's been the biggest milestone or pinch me moment so far?
That's tough. When we played the Fall Fest for I-105, that was definitely a pinch me moment. That was, I think they said the crowd peaked at 17,000. I don't know how many were there for us, but it had to be at least 10,000. It was like a sea of people that went on forever out there at Overlook Park. That was just an incredible moment, looking out over that. And it's like, wow, I've worked my butt off to get here. Another pinch me moment could have been yesterday. We were supposed to open for Chris Jansen at the York Fair yesterday, but Chris couldn't make it. There were some circumstances he couldn't get there, but we still played a fun show in light of all the rain. it wasn't the biggest crowd we ever played to, but yeah, yesterday could have been one of those moments. But seeing the timing of the rain, it came through when our set time was originally supposed to be opening for Chris. So if Chris had made it, our set might have gotten shortened or canceled. So I don't know. They say everything works out for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think once I saw the weather yesterday, I was like, yeah, this is why this happened. Because we played a dry set and others played a really soaked, pouring down rain set. But I commend Froggy 1077 for keeping that stage moving, and they dug their heels in when others asked them to cut bands when they found out Chris Jansen wasn't coming. But yeah, I give them all the credit in the world for keeping the show going yesterday.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, and you got to play a big stage.
Yeah. The York Fair is a great stage to play.
I mean, York Fair is basically the Pennsylvania State Fair
I think
for
so,
the most
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Like,
Some
It's a big
folks in
deal.
Bloomsburg might argue with that too, but yeah,
we should-
York, they call themselves the York State Fair.
right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe there should be like a battle.
Yeah.
You're always looking for a battle.
I am. It's fun.
Are you up on the Great Cheesesteak Battle in Berks County right now?
Oh, I've been seeing that. Yep.
Are you a JD's or Tony's guy?
You know, I'm a cheesesteak guy.
Oh,
Food
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. You're asking him to fall on one side or the other.
Yeah, I'm a JD's guy.
You know, I've had both.
Yeah.
I think both are really great. I'm gonna play Switzerland here
Oh man.
because I've been to both.
We can have both
well,
on the show and
You know, I mean,
duke it
listen,
out here.
Oh man.
You know, as a motorcycle guy, Tony's hosts the bike nights, so that's
okay.
always nice for all the
Yep.
brethren to come out.
Yeah.
But then JD's, when my wife was in the hospital, we never took him up on it. But you know, there was some stuff shared out on social media as our family was going through what we were going through, and man, they chimed in. You know, just pop in and we'll feed your family. So I thought that
that's
was really
very cool.
cool.
That's cool.
I didn't take him up on it. Truth be told, man, the community stood up at that point in time, and man, I had so much food in our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much food in the house during that time.
That's
Yeah.
a blessing.
So it was. I just didn't feel right taking that up. But you know, I guess for that reason, I'll give it to JD's.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I always say JD's is my favorite in Berks. Spenny's, honorable mention too. They're good. But when I go to Philly, my butt's at Angelo's.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time. I was a Jim's on South Street guy, but then my roommate from Millersville's from Delco, he's like, let's try this Angelo's place. I hear they got this seeded roll and they're doing Cooper Sharp. And I was like, I never heard of Cooper Sharp on a cheesesteak. It was always whiz. And he goes, well, Cooper Sharp's a Philly made cheese, so it's kosher. I was like, all right. And I was like, I'm never going back to Jim's, man. We got to stay at Angelo's now. And now the seeded roll, the Cooper Sharp thing, I don't know if Angelo's started that trend or not, but it feels like they did. And now everybody's copying that.
Yeah,
You've got places in
interesting.
Berks County now offering that. It's wild
Yeah.
how it's
Well,
changed.
and with two Millersville guys at the table, I think I only need to say one word, 2 syllables. Sugar Bowl,
Yeah.
which I got introduced to by this guy.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I don't know, man. That pastry vessel,
It's unbelievable.
it's so thin yet so sturdy, holds all that goodness.
You're talking the Bowlies, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Sugar
Yeah.
Bowl bowls.
Cheesesteak bully, sauce and onions.
Yep. Cheesesteak bowling.
Show took a turn there.
And-
Went
and-
down,
and
went
waffle
down the
cheese
food.
fries.
Maybe that'll be a song on the next album. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gotta-
The Great
cheesesteak
Cheesesteak
bully.
War of 2026.
Is it time for another song?
I think I could be. Yeah, just go right in, like rough transition right into it. Cheesesteak song.
I was a little out of tune on that last song, so I want to make sure I get it right.
What are we about to hear?
So I'm going to do this one from, this one's also off Tuscarora. I call it Harper's Ferry. Man, I'm going to tune this thing up right.
Oh, no problem.
Because I want it to sound right. So I wrote this song when I still had a day job in the summer, in addition to playing music. So I'm a substitute teacher during the school year. And in the summertime, for the first couple years that my wife and I were in our house together, I was doing landscaping during the day and then shows at night. So those were some hot summers for sure. Being out in the heat all day and being cranky. And she was like, eventually, she's like, you gotta stop doing the landscaping thing in the summers and just focus on the music because you're busy enough with shows. You don't need to. I was the weed whacker guy most of the time. She's like, you don't need to do that anymore. But I wrote this song when I was in the middle of all that busyness.
Okay.
And sort of the message behind it is, you know, live your life with the people that you love. Don't be a slave to your job and have that be the only thing you know. You got to cultivate those relationships with the people that you love, because when you're gone from this earth, all that's left is love, you know.
That's powerful. Love it.
So one of the lines in the chorus of this song is, you know, let's get out and live while we're still alive. So it's about me wanting to just get away with her and go to Harper's Ferry and just, you know, experience life together.
Love it.
I've always been the kind of man who wanna see things stay the same. But baby, you're a welcome change. And lately I've been working more than I've been home. And I know you get sick and tired of all those nights alone. So let's get going. Harper's Ferry's calling. Pack the van and let's tear out the drive. I won't wait for tomorrow. Can't waste our whole life stalling. Let's get out and live while we're still alive. Let's get out and live while we're still alive. Since I've known you, you've always yearned to travel. But the load-ins and the load-outs ain't for you. You're the girl that needs a road with twists and gravel. Lord knows the time to run is overdue. So let's get going. Harper's Ferry's calling. Pack the van and let's tear out the drive. I won't wait for tomorrow. Can't waste our whole life stalling. Let's get out and live while we're still alive. Let's get out and live while we're still alive. Just dial it on back to a simpler time. Like the Shenandoah and Potomac, let our souls collide. Let's get going. Harper's Ferry's calling. Pack the van and let's tear out that drive. I won't wait for tomorrow. Can't waste our whole life stalling. Let's get out and live while we're still alive. No, we can't fall back in love, baby, if we don't try. Let's get out and live while we're still alive. While we're still alive. Oh.
Love it.
Thank you.
You know, as you're playing that, I'm like, I wonder what it's like to be another guy in Cody Tyler's friend group. Because I'd imagine your wife sits with all your other friends' wives. She's like, listen to this song Cody just wrote me.
Yeah, right.
And then the other dudes are like, that's so-and-so. I just went and got my wife a nice piece of jewelry. I can't write no song.
It's true. Got to be true.
I mean, a lot of my other friends now are songwriters. But yeah, my non-songwriting friends, it's, you know.
I of course, was just kidding about that.
Oh, yeah, no.
But yeah.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know, like they bring it up and they want to talk about it and stuff, but it's like, we're at a fire, man. Let's hear about you. You know, like it's usually sitting around a bonfire or hanging out in my basement, spinning vinyl or something. And it's just like, just tell me about you. Enough about me. It's about me too much sometimes, but yeah.
What, curious, concert experience coming to see you. What does a concert experience look like? You're probably playing a lot of originals.
Yeah. So
covers.
Yeah, typical show for us. We would love to be, you know, opening for somebody on tour or something and only have, you know, like a 45-minute to an hour set every night. But a lot of the local stuff that we do is anywhere from 2 to 4 hours long. And in that time frame,
Wait,
you know,
2 to 4?
Yeah, sometimes 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to have a lot of music lined up.
Yeah, so we throw covers in there.
Yeah.
So our covers range for anything from like classic outlaw country from the 70s and 80s to like the 90s country that you hear on the radio, like some Alan Jackson or Garth Brooks. And we do a lot of modern country too, like not necessarily like the radio stuff, like we don't do like a lot of Luke Bryan or Morgan Wallen or anything like that, but we'll play like Zach Top and Cody Johnson and Chris Stapleton. And we throw a little rock and roll in there too. Like we'll play a little Southern rock and do some ZZ Top, Black Crowes, Allman Brothers. With my old band, we actually used to do a cover of "L.A. Woman" by The Doors, and we'd throw Ted Nugent's "Stranglehold" in the middle of that. I'm still working on the new band, maybe getting them to see if they'd be open to doing that or not. But that was
cool.
That used to be a crowd favorite with the last band.
Yeah,
but yeah, I come from rock and roll roots, like we had talked about earlier. My first band was a cover band called Double Crossed, and we used to do classic rock and a good bit of Southern rock, a lot of Skinner. And that was where I cut my teeth. And some of those songs have evolved and made it into the cover set for this band. But we mix everything up, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just while I'm looking at it, and then I want to say they do a great cover of Copperhead Road, which is one of my favorite songs. I like that one.
Yeah.
But hey, with that crowdfund thing, you can be really cool with your boozy. Which did Sammy design this?
Yes.
I would imagine it's your wonderful wife. She does all your T-shirt work, logo work, design work. That's her thing.
We collaborate sometimes too. Like
yeah. So you can be the awesome person around your campfire, around your hangout with not a koozie but a boozy, because it's a boot for your beer can, which I think is pretty cool. Stickers are great. So, but yeah, your covers are great. We were talking in the pre-show about how some of them you can fly through, and other ones, depending on where you are in your schedule, are a little rougher, like White Horse.
Yeah.
That's a tough one to hit some of them notes.
Yeah. I don't know how Chris Stapleton does that every night. And I've seen videos of him playing live, and he does it in the original key. They don't tune things down, and he doesn't cut corners. It's amazing watching him do that. Yeah. I can hit it like he does on a good day, and sometimes I have my bad days. And honestly, the biggest thing as far as like having my vocals be in the best shape is getting enough sleep. A full 8 hours is best for singers.
There we go.
Relating it back.
Couldn't have said any better myself.
Ties back to sleep.
It's true though.
You kind of.
I'm not saying it because I'm in a mattress store.
Yeah. Well, you're in the Lancaster Connects podcast studio.
Sorry. Yes.
Hosted by Gardner's Mattress and More.
Right.
But I do want to give a shout out to your band, right? Because that was the other thing as I'm thinking of having you on the show, because we always do try to keep it, the people we serve, the people who support our business. And you've got 2 guys right from the county. So why don't we run down your band list?
Yeah.
Just give him a little shout out.
Yeah. So our drummer is Gavin Orth. He's from Elizabethtown. And then we've got Rafe Groves, our lead guitar player. He's from Quarryville. And then we've got Sean Gron, our bass player. He's from out of the county. He's from Downingtown. And then over on the West Shore with all the other weirdos in Glen Rock, we've got Jake Maish on pedal steel.
He's going to love that you said that.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
They're used to it.
No, I don't know what it is, but like when I go to like the Harrisburg area or something, like Berks County, we don't know about the East Shore, West Shore thing.
Yeah,
in Harrisburg, you're like, oh, you're from the West Shore or the East Shore? Like
different dynamics out there.
Like
it's just a river, man. Like
the Dr. Seuss book, the butter side up, butter side down, folks.
That's right.
So I mean, your band, how'd you come together and find them?
Oh yeah.
And then, you got some guys working day jobs, schedules get in the way. What's it like coming together to practice? How hard is that for you?
It's the guys will tell you it's a miracle that it all works. But yeah, so I found Rafe first as a guitar player. When I was still with my last band, he was, you know, he's still really young. But he was like still in high school when he found me and was following me. And I was looking at his videos like, this kid can play circles around me.
Wow.
I've been playing for 20 years. He can't have been playing for more than 5, and he's playing circles around me. So I followed him. Then he did a cover of Playing with Firewater where he like added in his own solo, and I was like, this is great.
And he sent it to you or played it for you, or
He just tagged me in the video, and he was just playing along with it.
So power of social media.
Yeah. So I saved it and was like, this guy's got to be from the area. And he was playing in some other bands at the time. He's still in another band, a hard rock band, actually. So I just saved it, and I thought, you know what? If we ever are making enough money that I can hire a 5th guy and have another guitar player, that's who I'm going to. And, you know, the band that was with me, that ended. And when that ended, he was my first call. And I said, you know, I sent him some videos of Jason Isbell, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with him or not. Yeah. He's got a player that plays, like Jason Isbell's a great guitar player in his own right, but he's got a lead player named Sadler Vaden that plays with him. And I sent Rafe some of these videos, and I was like, hey, what do you think of these? He's like, yeah, they're cool. I've listened to him before. And I was like, how would you like to be Sadler Vaden in my band? And he's like, I think that would be cool. So then he and I together, you know, we auditioned bass players and drummers, and actually Gavin was my first call with drums because we had considered hiring him before, and he worked at Telus 360 running sound. He's run sound for some big names that have come through there, and he ran sound for me when I did some solo shows in there before. And he went to Millersville with my brother-in-law and was in the music program with him there. And my brother-in-law is like, that is without a doubt the best drummer I've ever played with this day. He'll still say that. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to call Gavin. And Gavin was living in Nashville. He was working at a complex down there that was similar to the Rockleditz complex up here.
Gotcha.
And he had kind of had it with that town. And I said, are you going to be moving home? And he's like, yeah, actually, I think so. And I said, you want to come and try out for the band? I said try out because I didn't want him to get a big head, but I had full intentions. It's like, this is the guy.
Yeah, don't show up late. Don't show up drunk.
Yeah.
Bring your drumsticks, and we cool.
And all of those guys are good at doing that.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, I'm going to be moving home in like 2 months or something. I was like, cool. Do you know any bass players? Because it was hard to, bass players are hard to find. And he's like, yeah, actually I do. It's a friend of mine from Millersville. I was like, perfect. Because somebody long ago told me when your bass player and your drummer are friends, the band is going to be tight because that's your rhythm section. The bass is the translation between the rhythm and the melody. So knowing that they were friends, I was like, this is going to be good. So we brought Sean in before Gavin even got home, and Sean was practicing with Rafe and I, and it clicked, and Sean was cool and was into some of the same music as Rafe and I are, and we're like, this is going to be great. And then Gavin came, and it was just natural. The 4 of us, it just fell into place. And then I've known Jake forever. He and I have co-written songs together. We've played like song swap shows together where we take turns playing songs. And he told me that he was going to try to learn how to play pedal steel because he was inspired by a mentor of his, Troy Engel, who's also from Glen Rock and now plays with Ricky Skaggs' bluegrass band.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, he's like the Swiss Army knife in Ricky's band. He'll play any instrument Ricky needs him to play. But Jake was sort of learning pedal steel from Troy, and he got confident enough with it to the point where he approached me last year and said, would you bring me in as a member of the band? And I was like, yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, as long as everybody can eat, we'll add you on to a show. And here's the list of songs we cover. Here, you know the originals, and yeah, and he's writing parts for the songs for the new record. So
nice, very cool.
Yeah,
nice.
So
I think instruments like pedal steel just add. I don't know the exact word because I'm not music learned like the other 2 gentlemen here at this table are, but. That was my Trailer Park Boys reference for anybody that knows that show. But I mean, I just think pedal steel adds such a fullness and richness to a sound and to a song. I think it just fills in. I love songs with that on. So love that you got all those components going on.
yeah,
Sounds like you're set up
It adds
big future.
It adds a really nice layer having Jake in the band. It's a nice and Rafe likes it too because he doesn't have to do as much heavy lifting because it's not all on him. Because I'm singing and playing rhythm guitar and I do a little bit of lead stuff, but it's mostly on Rafe when Jake isn't there, and it's nice to fill everything out with that.
Yeah.
So before we get to our last song, I'm curious. You said it would be great to be opening for somebody.
Yeah.
You know, that sweet spot, 40, 45 minute set, whatever.
Yeah.
So 2 questions. Who currently would you love to open up for? And who, like, all-time, who would be your all-time, like, gosh, if I could have ever opened for that person?
Yeah, like living or dead.
Right.
Type thing. Yeah. Somebody that's around now that's touring, if I had to name someone, I don't know. I would probably say Marcus King.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's kind of like we are in that he's got that Southern rock background. He's got the country twang. He's more heavily into the Southern rock than the country.
Right,
We're more heavily into the country than the Southern rock. So I think it would make a really nice balance.
Yeah, nice.
To open for him. If not Marcus King, Chris Stapleton obviously would be a great one. But living or dead, I'd have to go with the Allman Brothers. They're my all-time favorite band.
Very cool.
Bar none. They've been my all-time favorite band since I was probably about halfway through high school, and I don't know if that's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I could go back to when they still had Dwayne in the band, like I would say like 1970, 1971, I would love to have opened for them.
I was going to ask, is that who you try to emulate when you started playing guitar when you were 10? Like, is that?
When I was 10, it was Angus Young of AC/DC,
Right, yeah.
And then my tastes
Power
evolved.
chords and-
Yeah. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But eventually, once I got into high school, I taught myself to play slide guitar, and I was listening to a lot of Dwayne and Derek Trucks and Tedeschi Trucks Band. I love them too.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I do play slide. I haven't been doing that as much lately with the live shows because we're not doing as much of the Southern rock stuff.
Yep.
And Rafe is he's just so good at guitar, and everything that he does is so great. It's like, well, what can I add to that? But Rafe doesn't play slide, so maybe that is something that we should work on incorporating a bit more. But yeah, we do a good cover of ZZ Top's Tush, and that's the one time in the night when I definitely ripped the slide out.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, before we get to that last song, you want to do Connection Cocktail?
Yeah.
Just a little rapid fire.
Oh, I love rapid fire.
Little rapid fire questions. And
I already did one of the Connection Cocktail questions. I skipped ahead.
you see, I've worked. So the joke here is Ben prepares the list, Ben prepares the questions, then we sit down and I just go off track completely.
Yeah.
So that's all right. We'll get back on track. So
We're good.
Favorite venue you've ever played?
Mickey's Black Box.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, Rockleditz is a really neat campus and asset to the area.
Yeah. We got to do 2 shows there last year. We opened for Silverado, formerly known as Mike and the Moon Pies, and Creed Fisher, all in the span of about a month, and just an incredible experience. I've got one coming up there this October. We're opening for Jess Zimmerman Band there.
Oh, cool.
And I believe it's a benefit. Oh, yeah, it might be up there. It's late October. So, yeah, I believe it's a benefit. I think it might be pediatric cancer related.
Oh, very
Don't remember off the top of my head.
Here we are just jamming out, and we forget that our wonderful producer, Chris, from Cast Ahead, who's
Thank you, Chris.
your cover for all things remote broadcasting, podcasting, and production, is just like pedaling the bike here.
Yeah.
You know, he could.
There it is, the 24th.
Okay.
He could be voice
Concerts
of
for
God.
Cancer at MBB, yeah.
And
So-
you're on that bill.
yeah, it's Jess Zimmerman Band. It's I'm going to be playing solo that night, actually. So it's a solo acoustic thing. And there's one other. I can't remember her name. I feel terrible.
I'm sure it's all
I think she's a national touring artist, too. But yeah.
very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
We love Jess, too. Jess is great. If you ever get a chance to have her on.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. So you're touring around a good bit. What's something that's always in your tour bag? Like, what do you got to have with you? Obviously, besides a guitar.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a cool answer here.
I don't know. It could be like food. It could be
Yeah. A screwdriver.
a screwdriver.
You never know when you're going to need a screwdriver.
Okay. Phillips, flathead, interchangeable.
One of the interchangeable ones.
Combo.
Actually, I'm going to change my answer. I always have a case pocket knife in my pocket because you never know when you're going to need a knife on stage too. You might need it to tinker with a piece of gear. You might need it to cut a piece of tape. And I love case knives. They're Pennsylvania made up in Bradford.
Nice.
Right.
So yeah, case knife.
Maybe we'll have a new sponsor for the show.
Yeah. Well, and I noticed this on your water bottle, rattlesnake cords and cables.
Yeah.
You don't need to cut any of them.
No.
They seem like you did like an unboxing thing with them, I think.
Yeah,
they have some cool gear.
Yeah, they gave us they did like an artist discount sponsorship deal with us. They're handmade out in Missoula, Montana.
Wow.
Yeah, Hank is a chiller for sure. Rafe had a sponsorship with them first and was ragging on me. He's like, "Look at your cords. They're like all beat up and you got that static and stuff. It's time to replace your dang quarter inches." And I was like, "Okay. Send me the link. I'll see if Rattlesnake's interested." And they were. And now our bass player wants to get them. And then yesterday, Jake asked me, he's like, "You think if I submitted my music, they'd take me?" I was like, "I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
If they took me, they'll definitely take you. You're a heck of a songwriter." But yeah, so now we got the whole band except the drummer doing Rattlesnake cables.
And he doesn't need
drums.
cables.
Don't plug in.
Yeah, he doesn't need cables. Yeah. All right. So local business that you love supporting.
So it's got to be Lancaster County.
It doesn't have to be. I mean,
Well, it's Lancaster Connects. I got to pick a
Lancaster
business.
Connects.
Yeah.
Can lean back on your Millersville days.
Yeah. No, I'm going to go with Decades.
Oh,
yeah.
The barcade
Downtown.
Yeah. We were playing at, well, here's another, Kissel Valley Farm. We were playing there last Sunday.
I can throw a stone there. I was out of town. I saw you were going to be there.
Yeah.
It's right near my house.
So yeah, we were playing at Kissel Valley Farm, and the drummer said to me, "Hey, we're going to go down to Decades. It's Sunday. They have a special 50-cent wings." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." I thought, how good can these wings be if they're only 50 cents? They were out of this world.
Nice.
Probably the best garlic parm wings I've ever had, honestly.
Nice.
But it was cool. Just go downtown, cheap arcade games, get some drinks, 50-cent wings on a Sunday. I love that place.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
I got my van towed once when I was parked at the Rite Aid nearby when I went into Decades. But
Core memory.
that's not Decades' fault. That's my fault
That's
for being stupid.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. America's 250th.
Yes.
Just celebrated. I guess it's a year-long celebration, right?
Mm-hmm.
From your view, what makes America so great?
There's so many things that run through my head, but yeah, what makes America so great, I think, is the ability to have self-determination and to live your life in the way that you see fit. There's so many people around the world in different countries that they don't have a say in how their life turns out. They don't have the economic freedom that we have. So I would say the ability to have self-determination to, if you want to change your life, it's easier to do that here than anywhere else.
Love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
As a free-thinking American, great answer. And as a social studies teacher, by first trade, great answer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect.
Love it. All right, man. Well, why don't you take us out? We'll do that last song, and then we'll wrap up our business, and that'll be the show. This has been a lot of fun.
That's great.
So this one's going to come off the new record.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So for right now, the only way to hear these songs is to come out to a live show.
So is this a first recording of a new song in public?
I mean, I think we have snippets of this on like our social media and stuff. But yes, it's definitely one of the first.
Nice. I'll take it.
So I wrote this one in tribute to my dad and other truck drivers out there like him. This one's called Left Arm Tan.
I love this song. My dad was a truck driver too.
I'm rolling on heavy like a heart attack. In my one stack Mac with a shack on the back. I'm loading down, if you know what I mean. I'm rolling heavy when I should be rolling lean. Well, I make a little money, boys, it ain't much. I'm wound up tighter than any day. Watch you what I say, I best be on my way. I'm speeding home to my baby, that's where I stay. Just a writing them songs for the working man, getting closer every day to the promised land. Running down the road in this old tin can, working on a dream in my left arm tan. Just like my daddy and his daddy before, born to roll that highway to a diesel's roar. It's in my blood, it's my family name. This road dog fever in my bloodline's tough to tame. Ain't that right? Just a writing them songs for the working man, getting closer every day to the promised land. Running down the road in this old tin can, working on a dream in my left arm tan. Too deep down this old turnpike, I'm running from the thunder and that lightning strike. Just let it roll all night and day. I'm hammering and I'm hauling for the end of that lost highway. Yeah. Just a writing them songs for the working man, getting closer every day to the promised land. Running down the road in this old tin can, dream in my left arm tan. Working on a dream in my left arm tan. Working on a dream in my left arm tan.
As you're playing that, I'm looking at my arms. I kind of think
Yeah, that one's a little darker.
it is a little darker. It ain't just the light,
That's a
is it?
left arm tan
Not
right
just
there.
me thinking about it. Man, great tunes, great music. Love seeing you,
Thank you.
rock out. Love seeing you chase that dream.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, you've got to promise that when you're big, you come back to see us on Lancaster Connects.
Oh, of course. I'm not gonna pull a Taylor Swift. I'm gonna
All right.
I'm gonna
All
keep
right.
coming back home.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you stopping by. So, CodyTylerMusic.com. Please make sure you go there. Look, if you love original music and you like, let's just say you like your style of original music, man, support these artists. And I think Cody Tyler's made his case to be one you might want to support. You can be a part of that album. Go to CodyTylerMusic.com, and that's where they'll go to see all the crowdfunding details.
Yeah, all the
Correct.
details are there, or they can click on our Instagram. I've got videos up too where I explain it all too.
Yeah, you can get some great swag. He's got a couple albums out already. I love this out. This is an album I just put in from song 1 to song 10. I just let it rip. Great album, but I'm sure the forthcoming one is going to be equally as great, if not the greatest yet, because that's the way it always goes, right? Like the most recent one's the greatest one. But CodyTylerMusic.com, be sure to support it and be a part of something. Be a part of something special, original music right here in Pennsylvania. And who knows, man? Maybe you're not going to pull a Taylor Swift, but maybe you can be as big as that someday, and you get to say you saw it here on Lancaster Connects. So, all right. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you both.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we're going to wrap up some business here real quick. My sleep better tip, Cody already shared it. 8 hours is his, but mine is actually not so much what you do at night, but what you do in the day. One of those things might be going out to a show, standing on your feet, dancing a little bit. You always got people dancing.
Dancing a lot of it. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, fill your better sleep through some daily movement. All right. One of the most effective ways, to improve your sleep. Really doesn't have anything to do with it. It happens at night, but what happens throughout the day. 20, 30-minute walk, 20, 30 minutes of exercise, just getting up, getting that blood flowing, getting the gears working, helps boost your metabolism. Those kinds of small steps can lead to deeper rest. Just don't do that before you want to go to sleep. Maybe do that like after dinner, before dinner, lunch break. But make those good habits part of your daily routine and you will sleep better. And we've got a gift for you. If you like that tip and others, we'll mail you this book out. And right in page 37 is a whole chapter. You don't have to buy nothing from us. We just care deeply about how our community sleeps, because sleep is that third leg of a life well lived: diet, exercise, and sleep. So right on page 37, if you just stick with this chapter for a week, you'll feel better, you'll sleep better, and that would be so great for us to help you with that. So gardenersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better will gift you a copy of this book and send it right out to you.
Very nice. So Jeff, earlier today we were putting some planning together for our 36th anniversary celebration here at Gardeners.
36 years
in
yes,
October. A lot of great things coming, but I thought this testimonial that came in the mail over the weekend was appropriate. This is from recent customer named Karen. She's been coming to Gardeners since the early 90s, right? 1990 is when Gardeners was founded. My husband and I bought our first waterbed there back in the waterbed days. And she bought a second waterbed from Ben. That's me. Well, she said 1999. I started at Gardeners in 2000, so it had to have been like early 2000s.
Look, lifetime customers are okay to get the timeline wrong.
That's right. That's right. And when that was ready to be replaced, she bought an all latex bed. Again, she worked with me. And then she needed to replace another bed in the house. And she came back here recently and found a good solution there. So I think that's 4 beds.
Yep.
From lifetime customer Karen here from Gardeners. So I thought that was appropriate, being our 36th anniversary is coming up.
That's
here.
right.
So a customer that has 4 different bedrooms, 4 different beds over the last 36 years.
Yeah.
So thank you, Karen.
Yeah,
Appreciate your business.
Thank you. One thing we forgot, Cody, the other aspect of local connection, you got a show in New Holland, 2 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
On August 5th. At where's that at again?
It's a New Holland Community Memorial Park. So that'll be, I've performed there a couple times. Once doing the summer arts thing that they're doing this Wednesday. They have an ongoing series every summer. And then I've done it a couple times for the I-105 Showdown in the Park. They host that there too. So,
Nice.
Yeah, it's always a good time playing there.
So you'll be there Wednesday, August 5th from 7 to 9. So you get to see Cody Tyler live. And that's going to be the whole band.
Yeah, that's the 5-piece band. Jake will be there
nice.
playing pedal steel, the whole deal.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So that's from 7 to 9. And if the rain happens to not cooperate, you'll have a rain date August 26th. So
Yes.
be sure to check them out and follow CodyTylerMusic.com. All right. That's the show. Cody, thank you again for stopping by, man. It was a real treat to have you play for us and share your talents with all of our fans and watchers. And we'll see you all next week at 2 o'clock right here on Lancaster Connects. Take care.
Comments of this quote through the roof. So there you go.